Have you ever had everything on your plate, but still felt completely empty inside? A big meal, a fancy house, a table full of people, and yet your heart feels alone. Welcome to Living Water, the podcast that feeds your soul with truth, love, and real-life reflection. I'm your host, Chapelle, and today's message is simple but powerful. Sometimes it's better to eat vegetables with love than steak with hate. Let me tell you a story. There was a man named Cato. He was wealthy, owned multiple businesses, lived in a mansion, and every night his dining table was full. Steak, wine, desserts, he had it all. But he also had something else: coldness, arguments, fake smiles, silence louder than any music. His wife barely spoke. His children only came around for money. The meals were rich, but the room felt poor. Just across the street lived an old man named Jabari, retired, humble, and content. Every evening he cooked a simple meal, vegetables, maybe some rice or stew. But what he lacked in ingredients, he made up for in warmth. His home was full of laughter, music, and joy. He didn't have much, but he had love. One stormy evening, Cato's power went out after another argument at dinner. Alone and frustrated, he wandered outside and passed Jabari's home. Inside, he saw candlelight and heard laughter. Jabari saw him, opened the door, and said, "Come eat." Cato was hesitant. "I don't want to bother you." But Jabari smiled and replied, "Here we don't eat because we're hungry. We eat because we're family." Cato sat down and ate the simplest meal of his life, just greens and bread. But he felt more full than ever before. That night, he realized, love is the true feast, not what's on the table, but who's sitting around it. The Bible says in Proverbs 15:17, "Better a meal of vegetables where there is love than a fattened calf with hatred." Let that sink in. Some of us are chasing the steak, luxury, wealth, image, while starving in our spirit. What good is gold on the table if your soul is empty? What good is applause from the crowd if your own heart is aching? God is not calling us to impress people. He's calling us to love people. Sometimes the smaller meal is the greater blessing. Sometimes less on your plate means more in your heart. Who are you eating with? Is your table full of conflict or connection? Today, I want to encourage you. Don't settle for surface-level success. Seek peace, seek love. That's where God shows up. Maybe it's time to stop chasing the feast and start building the fellowship. Thank you for joining me today on Living Water. If this message touched you, share it with someone. Text it to a friend. Play it at dinner. Post it online. Let the world know peace is better than pride. Love is better than luxury. And Jesus is always better than anything the world has to offer. Until next time, stay full in the Spirit, drink from the living water, and remember, a humble meal in love will always taste better than a feast with bitterness. God bless you. See you in the next episode.